we have to have strong enforcement of a basic principle. Same work, same pay. Same work, same pay. Period. All right? So that's got to be that's the starting point. Woman's doing something that the man's doing, woman has to be treated fairly and get paid the same. It's a very simple principle. That's point number one. Point number two, though, is a lot of the reason that you still see a discrepancy between women's pay and men's pay on average is that our society does not do enough to support families, and women then bear the brunt of child rearing, which puts them in a worse position economically. So what happens is, you know, if you don't have enough child care out there, then, you know, a lot of times, men, you like to think that you are, you know, carrying the full weight, but it's the woman in the workforce more often than not who ends up having to change her schedule to deal with the emergency with the kids. If a child is sick or there's an aging parent and there's no paid sick leave or medical leave, then oftentimes it's the woman who ends up having to deal with it. And because of that, over time, that puts them at a disadvantage economically. Even if something as basic as just the lack of maternity and paternity leave, we're the only advanced nation that doesn't have it. So a woman is taking a month off, or if they're lucky, they get a little more time off, but now they're at a disadvantage in terms of some of their peers in the office, even though it's that man's baby just as much as the woman's. But somehow they don't have to make some of the same sacrifices economically. So that's why it is so important for us to put together the kinds of family-friendly policies. And I've talked about, first of all, expanding Family Medical Leave Act so that it covers more circumstances and it covers more people. I think we should create more paid leave situations, and I've proposed putting billions of dollars into helping states create paid leave situations, because right now a lot of people don't even take advantage of Family Medical Leave Act because it's not paid. You can't afford it. That's going to be important. We've got to drastically improve child care in this country, and that means on our tax code expanding the child care tax credit, but it also means creating better daycare facilities, particularly for infant care. All those things will make a difference in making it easier for families to balance work and family. That will in turn make it easier for women to balance their careers with their families, and that oftentimes can help level out some of the gaps in terms of income. But we still have to have strong enforcement of basic civil rights laws and equal pay for equal work. And that's something that, as a civil rights lawyer, I believe in very strongly. And if we combine those two things, I want to make sure my two daughters have the same rights and get the same opportunities as if I had two sons. That is a basic rule of America.